Hello, Pastor Aaron here with your devotional thought for today. Last week I introduced the relational nutrients that we need in our lives in order to build sound character and for us to then bear good fruit for God and others. The broad categories of these nutrients are grace, truth, and time. And in this series I'm going to be diving into 4 different quadrants. So we have 2 quadrants on the grace side of things. And then we have 2 quadrants on the truth side. Okay, and then it takes time for all these nutrients to do their work. So last week I covered the importance of being present, being in the moment, a grace-filled nutrient. Our next grace-filled nutrient is conveying the good. We need to hear what is good about us from others. We just need it. Even if it is something we know another person feels, we still need to hear it. You wouldn't believe how many people out there are just dying for lack of encouragement. It's like the story where a wife, feeling a bit insecure, asked her husband, "Do you love me?" And he replied, "I told you I loved you at our wedding 30 years ago. So until you hear anything different from me, you can assume that statement is still in effect." This is so important, okay, in everything, in leadership, in relationships, whether it be in an organization, as a parent, in a family, or somewhere else. Like leaders especially carry around this relational megaphone where whether they know it or not, they project these relational things. All right, so the first nutrient I want to talk about is affirmation. Have you ever been blown away by a random compliment from somebody who matters to you? Or maybe even from a complete stranger? It's just the best. It makes us feel like we are an okay person and that we matter to others. Affirmation has to be attached to effort though. So you have a great smile or you're smart. These aren't good affirmations. Instead, they have to be connected to effort. It has to be like, you know what? You have a great ability to see the bigger picture when others are lost in the weeds and you know how to communicate it. Or to a child. You have been working so hard on your vocabulary words, even though I know it's not fun for you. Great job. I'm seeing some great improvement. It's much easier to give affirmations than to receive them, but we all need them. So don't be afraid to ask the people around you to give you affirmations. Second nutrient I want to talk about is encouragement. So this is like affirmation, but a little different. Life beats us up, right? We can become discouraged so easily. And encouragement is required when there is this deficit built up by discouragement. So this is when you lend your authentic and your true belief in the other person until they can own it for themselves and use it independently. You just sometimes have to keep on giving it for people to receive that encouragement. Pastor Girdle is going to dive into this one for this weekend in detail, but 1 Thessalonians 5:11 says this: encourage one another and build each other up, just as in fact you are doing. This is so important. And a sample bid for encouragement may sound like this. I'm really discouraged about my inability to find the right career direction, but I need you and your encouragement that I can truly do this. I need somebody to believe in me. Third nutrient is respect. Respect is honor or assigned value. So when you respect someone, you are expressing to them that they occupy a place of honor in your heart and your mind, and that you see great value in them or in something about them. 1 Peter 2:17 says, show proper respect to everyone. We need respect in these 3 domains. The first domain is character. This helps us know that our care for others, our hard work, our honesty and vulnerability are noticed and appreciated. Second thing, choices. There are times we make difficult decisions and we need the respect. We need these to be respected, these decisions, and it helps us feel more confident and supported to fight another day. Finally, the third part here is of respect is freedom to choose. It is important for our choices to be respected, even though others may not agree with it. We need other people to respect. We need to respect other people's boundaries, essentially, and their freedom to choose, even though we may not agree with their choices. Fourth nutrient is hope. While encouragement focuses on the present situation, hope points to the future. Hope provides a reality-based confidence in a positive outcome down the road, not just a superfluous one. So, you experience a feeling of assurance that let's say a business move or a relationship challenge will go well as time passes. So hope is the energy source, which gives us the strength to carry on. A solid example of this is sounds like this. If I thought you wouldn't be able to make the quarterly goals, I would have told you. But given your new strategy and how you're leading now and the people you have around you, I have a high degree of confidence that you will hit your targets. Reality-based hope. Fifth nutrient in the conveying the good quadrant here is forgiveness. Number 5, forgiveness. And we Christians, we know how to use this one, right? We know this one and utilize it really well. Well, I hope that is the case. It is so important. Forgiveness is one of the most powerful and energizing relational nutrients. It heals marriages, it heals families, it heals churches, congregations, and even it can heal businesses. Forgiveness is the cancellation of debt. Forgiveness isn't the same as healing. You know, sometimes people think, well, I don't need to think about this or talk about this event or that relationship because, you know what, I forgave that person. This is usually not true. It is more because they don't want to feel the depth of their hurt and their sadness and their anger about the situation. A better perspective is this. Forgiveness is a choice. Overcoming hurt or healing is a process. Forgiveness. This is God's will for you to freely forgive as you have been forgiven. And then finally, this 6th relational nutrient I have is celebration. Some of us are naturals when it comes to celebrating a win, and some of us really have to work hard on it. But celebration is the acknowledgement of a win, both cognitively and emotionally. So first, celebration requires that we be in the moment. We need to be present. It just brings us right into the present moment. And it's so easy for us, especially those of us who are like the get her done and let's move on to the next task kind of people. It's so hard to just stay in the moment and not move on to that next task after a win. Second, you replicate what you celebrate. It's a reinforcer. You replicate what you celebrate. It helps us to remember the good and make the good reoccur when we celebrate. Thirdly, celebration connects us to each other. You see this at weddings, baby showers, housewarmings, graduation parties, retirement parties. Celebration unites us and brings us closer to each other. So there you have it. Quadrant 2 on the grace side of the relational nutrients, conveying the good with affirmation, encouragement, respect, hope, forgiveness, and celebration. Well, I pray this was helpful for you today and that you find people in your life who will provide these things for you. Develop your life team so these people can give you these relational nutrients and you can give them to others. Thank you for listening, and may God bless your day.